So these are called Moondrop SPACE TRAVEL, and these were launched in July 2023, and this is April 25. So you can say that I'm slightly late to the party. So these are priced at 2,849 and are available in two colors, the black and white. So this black variant comes in black orange combination. You have your TWS on the top. Then inside you have some paperwork, a user manual, a charging cable, and some extra pair of ear tips, and that's pretty much everything you get in the box. So when I got to try my hands on these TWS, it made me think that how difficult can it be for an IEM manufacturer to manufacture a TWS that doesn't sound as good as its own IEM and cost a lot more. We'll talk about this at the end of the video. So starting off with the design and build quality. So design preferences can be very subjective, but here you're looking at something that comes in black orange combination, which in itself is very attractive. And overall the buds, the TWS come with a very attractive design, and definitely it is like a unique design when you look at the other TWS that are coming in the market. But all these unique looks and unique design come with some lack of practical implementation. So when I look at this, I didn't knew that I have to like pull the buds out of the case, or I have to like slide them one by one. And it's also not that the pulling the buds out of the case is difficult, but pulling the buds back in the case in the right groove, in the right orientation was a little difficult part. Also, I would say that this is a kind of an open design, so all the dust and all that humidity is going to enter into these buds, so you need to take care of them and you need to clean them regularly. And let's say you decide not to use these buds for maybe a month or so, and one fine day you decide to use them, so definitely you have to use something like this to remove all the dust. The Type-C port is at the bottom. The quality of plastic that they have used is quite good, especially when it comes to the case. But when you talk about the quality of plastic, it's the same plastic they used everywhere, but I just believe that they could have used some better quality plastic on the TWS. What I like about them is especially the fonts and the way they have labeled everything, the way they have written this space travel on the case and also on the bud, so it definitely carries that space vibe to it. One annoying part about this design was that whenever the buds are in the case, the charging indicator is always on. In most of the cases it happens that after you put the buds back in the case, the charging indicator is on and it goes off after a few seconds, but in this case it's always like glowing up. So this was something I didn't really like. And one best part about the TWS is that if you are someone who likes to flaunt a lot, so let's say you are carrying it to your office and you are keeping it onto your desk like this, so definitely people are going to ask what brand it is. So some good and some bad about the design. Now talking about the connectivity, so they come with Bluetooth 5.3 and they paired seamlessly with my smartphone. Even the first time connectivity process was completely seamless, and these buds also come with the Moondrop Link app. Now talking about the Moondrop Link app, I would say this is a kind of app that just not lacks features but basic features. Let's say you are into that EQ section, so you have been given 3 different presets, and these 3 presets are just to control your bass, not even your mid frequencies and not even your high frequencies. And also you cannot create your own custom presets. I don't know why it was not possible. Also, if I talk about the volume control, so there is no volume control in this TWS. Like you cannot control the volume using the TWS. The volume slider on your phone is not going to pop up if you tap it, so that was little annoying. Now talking about some other features, like if you look at the other features that are coming in the Oppo or Realme TWS, so features like customized audio tuning, earbud fit test, volume enhancer, spatial audio or 360 audio, all these fancy features are not available in these TWS. I would not say that I'm someone who is using all these features at once, but this is a kind of standard right now. And even though I would say that if they could not implement all these features, at least the basic ones like creating custom presets and volume controls should have been there. Talking about some other technical specifications, these earbuds have a 13mm dynamic drivers inside, and they come with 35 dB of active noise cancellation. 35 dB I would say is not too much, because 49 dB is kind of a standard these days, but 35 dB just feels sufficient. It's well able to isolate all that external noise that is around you. And they have 55 milliseconds of latency, which I would say is not too good but also not too bad, but I will definitely not recommend it to use for gaming and all. Also, if we talk about the active noise cancellation, and if you're trying to switch between different modes like the active noise cancellation mode, the transparency mode or the normal mode, so at the back there is kind of a feedback from this girl that is just saying eh, meh and share. So let's say you are someone from that Chinese market or from that origin, so it's very easy for you to differentiate between all these sounds. But let's say you are living in some other part of the world, so it's very hard for you to differentiate all these sounds, especially if you are listening to any song and you try to activate or deactivate active noise cancellation, so it's going to be a little tedious. I wish they could have released a like Chinese version and also an international version for this purpose, but that is not there. Now talking about the important part, which is the audio quality. So first of all, the kind of perception we have about the brand Moondrop, that they make some excellent quality in-ear monitors, and maybe the people who got this, and even I got this, so I was thinking like to have same kind of IEM kind of a sound from these, but I would say that don't compare it to an IEM. Just look upon these as a TWS and compare it to the other TWS that are around it. So I would say that they behave just like any normal TWS. They sound very average. I would say that they are slightly on a bass oriented side, but the bass is lacking that punch. The vocals are good but not too forward, and I was lacking details in the high frequencies, to be honest. And also when I talk about the volume, this was the most annoying part, because when I'm used to listening to my other TWSs are like at 80% volume, so even 100% volume on these was feeling below 80. So this was a kind of issue that you cannot solve even by turning up the volume control on your TWSs. I mean, you cannot control the volume, so I was always like pulling up the volume slider on my phone and I was not getting enough volume. But you can solve the most part of the tuning issues and your volume issues by using this app called Equalizer. You already know that I'm using this app for the most part on my smartphone to test out my IEMs and also my TWSs. So you can simply open this app, you go into the EQ section and raise all the bars that are connected to the mid region, like the mid frequencies and high frequencies, and little bit of bars in the like the bass region as well. And that is the way you can set out your EQ, especially for the sound part. And especially when it comes to the loudness, you can go into the bottom section and just raise that slider to 30% or 35%. Don't do more than that, because it's going to create distortion. So that is the kind of EQ that you have to deal with, and after you have done all that, it's going to be like you will like it for the most part. So overall, what I can say about this is that you can use this very casually for listening movies, listening to music, watching movies and all. They would be very you will definitely like them if your expectations are not too high. But if you are coming it from that IEM kind of expectation in your head, you will be really disappointed. Definitely I would say that this product needs a lot of improvement. And in the beginning, I said that how difficult can it be for an IEM manufacturer to manufacture a TWS. So you can understand the kind of difficulty they are facing. In fact, on their website, they have clearly mentioned that this is a TWS and they cannot implement balanced armature or planar magnetic drivers. Maybe, I don't know if that is an engineering challenge or if that is something it is not possible. Also, I created a video 4 months back related to some expensive TWS not sounding as good as the budget IEM. So make sure to watch that comparison. And this was all about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.